Yes. Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In the present class, we are going to solve the problems in transverse vibrations in the structure string, right? So let us see the first problem. A transverse wave in a string represented by the equation y equal to a sine of 10 sine of pi into 0.01x minus 2t, where x comma y are in centimeter, t in seconds, are CGS units. Then determine amplitude, frequency, wave velocity, wavelength. So first you observe the given equation has which form? The transverse wave equation. The propagating wave equation has the different forms. So what are that? Y equal to a sine of omega t minus kx, a cos of omega t minus kx, y equal to capital A e power j into omega t minus kx. We have the three forms. So the given equation is expressed in terms of sine function. So therefore, you compare this given equation with the standard weak mathematical wave equation, right, sir? Then simply we can write the parameters what he's asking: amplitude, frequency, wave velocity, and wavelength. Right? What is the standard equation? So that is I am writing y is equal to the standard equation. Y is equal to a sine of omega t minus kx. Omega t minus kx. Okay. So what is the given equation? So this is the given equation. 10 sine of 5 into 0.01x minus t. So here you write pi, multiply pi into the bracket. Then we get 10 sine of, okay, 10 sine of 0.01 pi x minus 2 pi t minus 2 pi t. Okay, sir. Just you compare. A is equal to how much? Tell me. Instead of A, what we have here? A is equal to 10. Therefore, amplitude is 10 centimeter. Next, omega t minus kx. Now compare with x term. So here kx is equal to 0.01 pi xl. Hence k is equal to 0.01 pi. K equal to 0.01 pi. That is propagation constant. Next, omega t. Instead of omega, here we have 2 pi. Right, sir? So omega equal to 2 pi. We can write omega t minus kx or kx minus omega t. No problem, sir. Right? So amplitude A equal to 10 centimeter. Amplitude A is equal to 10 centimeters. That is one thing. Next, propagation constant K is equal to how much, sir? How much? 0.01 pi. Next, angular frequency omega equal to, by comparing the equation, then simply we can write 2 pi. But he's asking frequency, wave velocity, and wavelength. If you know the omega value, you can find the frequency. What is the relation between angular frequency and frequency? Omega is equal to 2 pi f. Am I right? Is it correct? The relation between angular frequency and frequency, what? Omega equal to 2 pi f. So from this, f is equal to omega by 2 pi. Okay, f is equal to omega by 2 pi. Okay, now f is equal to omega by 2 pi. Omega 2 pi by 2 pi. Cancel, one hertz. Next, how to calculate wavelength, sir? How to calculate wavelength? What is the relation between propagation constant and wavelength? K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So from this, lambda is equal to 2 pi by k. 2 pi by k. Okay, that equal to 2 pi by k is equal to, we have 0.01 pi. 0.01 pi. Pi cancel. By removing the point, you will get two zeros in the numerator. Then that will become 200, because the given equation in CGS unit are centimeters. Okay, wavelength 200 centimeter or 2 meters. Next, velocity of the wave. Velocity V is equal to, velocity of the wave V is equal to omega by K. You know the omega value and K value. Omega 2 pi, K value 0.015. 0.015. Am I correct, sir? V equal to omega by K. Okay. Omega value how much? Omega value 2 pi by K value 0.015. Pi cancel, 200 centimeter per second. That's all. 200 centimeter per second. Okay. So this is a simple problem. Second problem, you see, express the transverse wave propagating negative x-axis with 550 Hz, frequency 0.01 centimeter amplitude, and velocity 330 meter per second. So here frequency F is equal 550 Hz given, amplitude A equal 0.01 centimeter given, velocity of the wave V equal to 330 given. We have to write the equation of the traveling wave, equation of the propagating wave. You can express it either in sine function, cos function, or exponential function, whatever it is, as per your convenience. In entrance oriented, you have to follow the options. Okay. So first let us write frequency F is equal to 550 Hz. Then angular frequency omega equal to 2 pi f, 2 pi into 550. Okay. Wavelength constant or wave constant or propagation constant. Okay, we can use any terms, sir. Propagation constant or wavelength constant or wave constant. K equal to omega by V. Omega of 250 into 550 by velocity of the wave 330. So then we are getting 10 pi by 3. So let us write the equation. Here you observe the sentence, the wave is propagating along the negative x-axis. So what is the equation for the wave propagating along negative x-axis? Here we write A sine of omega t minus kx or plus kx. Anyone?
Plus kx.
Plus kx. Because along the negative x-axis given, this is equal to amplitude 0.01, 0.01 sine of omega 2 pi into 550. Simply you write saying 2 pi into 550 t, 2 pi into 550 t, or you can multiply that value. Okay, plus kx. K is equal 10 pi by 3. You write k value 10 pi by 3 into x. As it is, you write x. That's all. This is the required equation. Simple, sir. Okay, so two methods. If the given equation has this form, either sine function or cos function, exponential function, we can find the different physical quantities by comparing with the standard equation. Or if the physical quantities values are given, then you can write the wave equation. So we have to observe very clearly here the wave propagating along negative x-axis or positive x-axis, what he is telling, right, sir? So this is one model of problem, right? So let us see another problem. A string of 2 meter length, 0.6 kg, and the mass 0.6 kg mass and having 500 Newton tension. Find the transverse wave velocity in the string. So for this, I have shown the diagram also in the theoretical discussion. Here the string of length is tied at one end and another end is suspended by some load over the pulley set. Okay, here the length of the string given L is equal to, this is the length of the string, L equal to 2 meter. Okay, 0.6 kg mass. So this is the mass of string, 0.6 kg mass, that is the mass of the string, not the suspended weight. Tension in the string, how much? Tension T is equal to 500 Newton, 500 Newton. So what we have to calculate? Velocity of the wave. So what is the velocity of the wave? V is equal under root capital T by mu. T value we know. What is the mu value? Linear density. So that is we have to calculate first. Mu is equal to mass per unit length. Mass per unit length. What is the mass of the string? 0.6 kg by its length. Mass of the string divided by its length, you will get linear density. That gives how much? 0.6 by 2, 0.3 kg per meter. Okay, now we know mu value and tension value. Simply now you substitute. V is equal to under root tension 500, okay sir, by linear density 0.3. Okay, by eliminating the point, you can write 0 here. Okay, 5000 by 3. So you simplify this one. You will get 40.82 meter per second. 40.82 meter per second. 5000 by 3 square root value find out. That is equal to 40.82 meter per second. That's all. Okay, sir. Now, one more problem. Two transverse waves y1 equal to 5 sine of 2 pi t minus 2x and y2 equal to 5 sine of 2 pi t plus 2x are superimposed. Then find the amplitude in stationary wave at point x is equal to 10 meter. Here two waves. One is the forward wave. The first one is wave propagating along the negative x-axis. The second one, wave propagating along the positive x-axis. So these two waves are superimposing. Because of the superimposition of forward and the backward wave, we get the standing waves or stationary waves. Okay. So that is we discussed in the modes of vibrations in the transverse string clamped at both ends. Fundamental frequency F is equal 1 by 2 L of T by M first over 1 second. All these things we discussed there. Simple. Y1 equal to given, Y2 equal to given. So what is the resultant displacement according to the principle of superposition? Y is equal to Y1 plus Y2. That's all. So Y1 equal to you write as this. This is the Y1. It is a Y2. Then Y is equal to Y1 plus Y2. 5 sine of 2 pi t minus 2x plus 5 sine of 2 pi t plus 2x. This is sine A minus B form. The second term sine of K plus B form. Sine of A minus B, sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Sine of A plus B expansion, sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. So like that you expand and simplify, you will get 10 sine of 2 pi t. Okay, 10 sine of 2 pi t cos kx. Cos kx. Simple. Okay. So now here sine 2 pi t. Sine 2 pi t remaining term tan into cos of 2x. Remaining term sine into 10 cos 2x. Just you modify this 10 cos 2x into sine of 2 pi t. Okay. So this x term, the coefficient of sine function term represents the resultant amplitude. Okay. In the wave equation, y equal to a sine of omega t minus kx, what we have the idea? The coefficient of sine function, that is a, represents amplitude. Similarly, here sine function coefficient, that is tan into cos of 2x. That whole term represents the amplitude of the resultant wave. So what that resultant wave? The wave resulted due to the superimposition of two waves. One wave propagating along the positive x-axis, another wave propagating along the negative x-axis. Because of the superimposition, we are getting another wave. So that wave resultant amplitude value 10 cos of 2x. Right, sir? So 10 cos of 2x is that one. He is asking, so what is the question? He is asking the amplitude at what? He is asking the amplitude at the position
10 cos 2x.
x is equal to 10, sir. X is equal to 10, he is asking the amplitude. So now simply you substitute 10 cos 2x, x is equal to, you substitute 10. Then 10 cos of 2 into 10, cos 20. Cos 20 value how much? Cos of 2x. Okay. X is equal to 10. 10, x is equal to 10, 2x is equal to 20. 2x is equal to 20 radians. So what he is doing? Cos 2x. Cos 2x, cos of 3.1831. What is this? Cos of 2x. Cos of 2x. Cos of, yes, this is changing into the degrees, sir. Changing into the degrees, sir. So changing into degree 180 into 20 by pi into 1 by 360, that value 3.1831 degree. Then cos 2x is equal to cos of this, cos 3.1831 degree. Cos 3.18 degree value 0.9985. Then y is equal to displacement, amplitude 10 cos 2x, 10 into cos of 2x value 0.9985. So that value is 9.985 units. 9.985 units. Okay. Right, sir. Wait for 1 minute. Yeah. So here we are calculating the amplitude in the stationary wave at point x is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. So there we are changing that value into the degrees. That's all. Okay. So that is one problem, sir. Now, one more problem. Yeah. A string of linear density 0.1 kg per meter and a tension 10 Newton fixed at one end. Calculate the power required to make oscillate the other end with amplitude 0.1 meter and with frequency 10 Hz. Okay. Linear density mu equal to 0.1 kg per meter. Tension capital T equal to 10 newtons. Right. Frequency F is equal to 10 Hz. Amplitude 0.1 meter. Okay. So we have to calculate the power. So what is the power? Power is equal to force into velocity. Force into velocity. So first we require the velocity. Velocity of the transverse vibration V equal to under root capital T by mu. Root of T value 10, mu value 0.1, 10 meter per second we are getting. So next to you calculate power is equal to 2 pi square f square a square v, 2 pi square, frequency 10 whole square into amplitude 0.01 whole square, right? Velocity already we calculate 10 and the linear density 0.1. So by calculation 19.74 you will get the unit of power watt. So answer is 19.74 watts. That's all. Next, one more problem. In violin, one string is under 500 Newton tension its fundamental frequency is 500 Hz. To increase the frequency to 512 Hz, what should be the tension in the string? Okay. So when the tension 500 Newton applied, fundamental frequency we have 500 Hz. So for the frequency 512 Hz, to obtain the frequency 512 Hz, so what tension we require? What tension we require? So what is the tension law? We have the three laws in the case of vibrating strings. Fundamental frequency formula, first tell me. F is equal to 1 by 2L under root T by mu. When T mu constant, F inversely proportional to L. This is the law of length. When length and mu constant, F directly proportional to root T. This is the law of tension. When L and T are constant, then frequency inversely proportional to root T. Right? This is the law of linear density. Here we require the law of tension. F directly proportional to root T. Fundamental frequency directly proportional to square of the tension. So from this, F1 by F2 is equal to F1 by F2 equals to square root of T1 by T2. T1 by T2. Okay, sir. So here F1 500 given 500 by F2, that is 512 is equal to root of T1, initially tension given 500 Newton by T2, that is we have to calculate. That's it. Squaring both sides, 500 whole square by 512 into 512 equal 500 by T2, 501 cancel. Then you will get T2 equals to 512 by 512 by 512 into 512 by 500. So you can do that remaining part of simplification. Okay. So on simplification, you will get the answer 524.29 Newtons. Okay. Next, one more problem. Tension of a string is 1000 Newton per meter. Transverse wave velocity 200 meter per second. Find the impedance. Anyone tell me what is the formula for tension, impedance of the wave motion? The formula for impedance to the wave motion. In previous class, we discussed this one. Impedance Z is equal to what? Z is equal to
V nu.
yeah, force by velocity or tension by velocity. Tension by velocity. Tension of the string given 1000 Newton by meter. 1000 Newton per meter. Next, wave velocity 200 meter per second. So Z equal to T by V. So in that you substitute 1000 by 200. Answer 5 Newton by meter square second. 5 Newton per meter square into second, Newton second by meter square. Okay. So that is one application on impedance. One more problem. Simple problem. If your force is 100 Newton and velocity is 20 meter per second, find the power. Simple. Power is equal to the product of force into velocity. Force 100 Newton, velocity 20 meter per second. 100 into 20, answer 2000 watts. 2000 watts. And one more problem. Yes, I think someone is mixing. Yeah, this one. 1 meter length steel string is rigidly fixed at both ends. String radius is 1 millimeter. Tension is 10 power 4 Newton. Density is 7930 kg per meter cube. Determine the fundamental frequency, first two overtones and corresponding wavelengths. Okay, first you write the data given, sir. String radius small or equal to 1 millimeter. Changing into meter into 10 by 10 power minus 1, 0.1 centimeter. Or changing into meter by 100. So 10 power minus 3 meter. So first, what is the radius given? The radius of the string small r equal to 1 millimeter, that is changing into meter, 10 power minus 3 meter. Okay, now. Next, tension in the string T is equal 10 power 4 Newton. So that is also I am writing. Next, what is the density? Density rho is equal to density 79, not linear density. This is density of the material, mass by volume. 7930 kg per meter cube. Density is different from linear density. Density is defined as mass by volume. Okay, mass per unit volume. Linear density is nothing but mass per unit length. Mass of one meter length of wire. Okay. Now, so first let us calculate this one. What is that? Velocity of the transverse wave. V is equal to under root T by mu. T by mu. Linear density you can express as in terms of radius that equal to pi r square rho sir. You know this one. You note this point in our notebook. Linear density mu equal to pi r square rho. R radius rho density. Then this formula, velocity of the transverse wave becomes in terms of radius and density, V is equal to under root T by pi r square rho. Okay. So we know the tension T value, radius value, we know density value. Substituting that value, you can get velocity of the transverse wave. Okay. So after getting the velocity of the transverse wave, then you calculate fundamental frequency. So now, what is the fundamental frequency of the stretcher string? 1 by 2L under root capital T by mu. So that is we calculated now. Capital T by mu nothing but velocity of the wave V by 2L. Okay. So V value now, length of the string, how much given? What is the length of the string? 1 meter length. 1 meter length. Right. So V by 2 into 1. That is the fundamental frequency. Unit is hertz. Next, the first two overtones. The first overtone F1 is nothing but that is a second harmonic, 2 times to the fundamental frequency. Here, whatever you got the value that is multiplied with the 2, you will get the first overtone. The second overtone is nothing but third harmonic. Am I correct, sir? Second overtone is third harmonic. That is 3 times to the fundamental frequency. So 3 into this fundamental frequency value you multiply. Okay. And also corresponding wavelengths you can calculate. Corresponding wavelengths also you can calculate. We know what is the mode of fundamental vibration. When the string is vibrating with one loop, then we say that the string is vibrating with fundamental mode. For the first overtone, there we observe the 2 loops. For the second overtone, there 3 loops will be 3 loops are observing here. Okay. Here this is the node. It is the node. It is the node. Right. In the case of fundamental mode of vibration, the distance between 2 successive nodes, how much, sir? Lambda by 2. L is equal to lambda by 2. So from that, lambda is equal to 2 into L. Okay, 2 into L equal to 2 into the length of the string 1 meter, answer 2 meter. The second case, when the string is vibrating with the first overtone here, the 2 loops are forming, right, sir? So this is lambda by 2, it is lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2. Now length of the string L1 is equal to 2 lambda 1 by 2. From that, lambda 1 equal to 2L by 2. You calculate that one, 2L by 2. Next, for the second overtone, the string will vibrate with 3 loops. So the 1 loop length is lambda by 2. So 3 loops are there, 3 lambda 2 by 2. So now we can write length L is equal to the length, wavelength, if you say lambda 2, 3 lambda 2 by 2. From that, lambda 2 is equal to 2L by 3. Lambda 2 equal to 2L by 3. 2 into length 1 by 3. You get the value in meters. Okay, I hope you understand. So here we are calculating first velocity of the transverse vibration in the stretcher string. So that is V equal to under root T by mu. But here in the problem, linear density is not given, radius and density given. That's why linear density expressed in terms of radius and density, mu equal to pi r square rho. After getting the velocity of the transverse wave, Now we are applying the fundamental frequency formula. F is equal 1 by 12 root of T by mu. Next, first overtone will become F1 equal to 2F1. The second overtone is third harmonic. So that is, we are writing 3 into F1, right? In these three cases, again, we are calculating lengths. Fundamental mode of vibration is nothing but there is a one loop, hence the length of the string L equal to lambda 1, lambda by 2, lambda equal to 2L. When the string is vibrating with the two loops, then the wavelength lambda equal to 2L by 2. When the string is vibrating with the three loops, wavelength lambda equal to 2L by 3. Okay, right.